Well, today's concept is going to be very much interesting and very much efficient for many of the people. It's not only focused on one particular set of people. I'm going to talk about time management, and there are two critical activities which I'm going to talk, which is, hey guys, welcome back to my channel Siddharth World, and you're watching time management series, and today's topic is on how efficiently you can be a time management expert and how you can handle your activity from morning until the end of your day, and you can efficiently manage your activities and your time. In this exclusive blog, we are going to discuss about some 2 or 3 key techniques, but before to that we are going to talk about what is time and how activities can be combined with time and how it can be synchronized in order to manage it efficiently and effectively and can achieve your target which is set for that particular day. So stay tuned and watch. So let's begin up with our discussions for today, which is about time management. And in this blog I'm not going to give you any particular concrete steps or anything, because this is going to be a long series. In today's blog we are just going to talk about time management, what is time management and how efficient time management is and how important time management is in our day-to-day work life. So let's begin up with 2 universally accepted concepts or 2 important tags when we break up time management. Is one is time, one is management. What is time? Time is something that is a cycle of activity or a cycle of clock. So you have 24 hours in a day, which you have 24 hours basically to comprise a day and night to synchronize to it together, and you have a set of activities. Now time is controllable or uncontrollable is a debating situation where we are not going, because time is basically, you cannot control time but you can control activity. How? Let's discuss it. You have a set of activities. Say you have 10 tasks to do. You have 10 tasks and you have planned each task how much time it takes. So if 10 tasks, each task takes about an hour, so you have 10 hours to do. Rather than that, what happens is you have 10 tasks and you have to finish it within 8 hours, or rather 9 hours or 10 hours. So out of 24 hours you require 10 hours to complete the whole set of 10 tasks. Now, so what does that mean is you need 1 hour for each task. So your time is calculated based on your activities, based on your tasks that you have planned. Now what's next comes to mind is how these two will work back. Let's see. First thing first we have done is we have listed out our activity and we have decided how much time each activity needed. So for example purpose, we have taken 10 tasks and we have given 10 hours to it. So if we have to reduce down, let's say for viewers easier understanding, let us reduce it to 5 tasks. 5 tasks, each task takes 1 hour, so we have 5 tasks and we have 5 hours. So we have time as well as activities. Now we have to do one important thing is we have to sync this. So what are activity 1, 1 hour, activity 2, 1 hour, activity 3, 1 hour, activity 4, 1 hour, activity 5, 1 hour. So each activity is got 1 hour, so it is total of 5 hours. Now let's begin up with the management of part. How management part? So activity 1 started at 9 a.m. So activity 1 timing is 1 hour, so that means activity 1 should end by 10 a.m. As soon as activity 1 ends, activity 2 will start beginning the work and activity 2 will end at 11. Activity 2 will end at 11, activity 3 will start at 11 and will end at 12. Activity 4 will start at 12 and will end at 1. Activity 5 will start at 1 and will end at 2. So you have between 9 to 2, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Okay, so 1 hour each task. So how you are going to do is, how you are going to manage the activity, you will have to analyze, okay, 1 hour, say for example first task you finished in 50 minutes. So what happens is you have 10 minutes to left out on task 1's ending. Now the question arises here is, can I start task 2 10 minutes before, because you have extra 10 minutes left over from task 1? Absolutely you can, but what happens is it will save 10 minutes of time for you at the end of the task, because every task will go up. But your task 1 ended at 50 minutes, you started task 2 immediately, but you realized your task 2 finished on the same time, but you realized task 3 will take 1 hour and 10 minutes. So which means you are not able to start task 4 on time, but you will start 10 minutes delay, which means your 5-hour schedule is going for a toss. Now what you should do? Can you afford to take that extra 1 hour 10 minutes and delay the work? You cannot. So if you say task 4 will end at 1 hour 10 minutes, which means task 4 will end at 1:10. So when you start at 1:10, you have got straight 50 minutes if you want to finish task 5 within the schedule. You realize task 5 cannot be finished on this time. There is a clear cut of confusions. Absolutely, right? Understandable. Now let's take the second scenario in a very simple and efficient way and discuss this activity. Believe me viewer, I am trying to remain as much possible, as much accurate as possible, or trying to be real life example. This is not absolutely to the ground, but it can happen to you also. So let's understand. First task ended at 50 minutes. You have got surplus time. Plan out how the other task you will do. Don't just jump into the second task saying I'll save 10 minutes, so I got extra 10 minutes, so I'll implement. No, take the 10 minutes and decide the left 4 tasks how you will do, where you will finish early, where you will finish late, and which task will finish early based on your experience on the first task, because those are the one. So once you finish those, you will be easy to do that. So for example, out of 5 tasks, task 1 was critical, task 4 is critical, task 5 is critical. So take the critical task, do it first and then put that. So with that in mind, you can reduce the amount of time, and as per planned you will execute your whole strategy and you will put every possible activity on the chart. Now your 5 hours activity which was planned and decided will be executed exactly and replicatedly on the same time, and that's how you will build up the things, and that one is basically a stepping stone for going further and doing that. Don't plan bigger tasks in the beginning where you are learning time management or skills related to this, especially for students, for anybody. Plan out small activity, like you have a small meeting for 1 hour meeting, or you have 10 minutes meeting, or you have got a typing document to do, you have got a presentations to prepare. Just plan out small 5-6 tasks and allot them the time, and see whether you can achieve the time goal that you have set for that particular task, and are you surpassing that, or are you completing it within the time frame and saving time. If you are within the time limit completing, then you are efficient. If you are exceeding, how it is going to affect the other activities in that particular planning, that you will have to see. So what happens is, this is basically by far the learning and moving curve, whereby you learn the activities, you decide the activities, you plan the activities, and you are executing. So planning, deciding, allotting time and doing all the structure is okay. When it comes to execution, if in execution you fail or you drop down, that's where you will have to pull up yourself and you have to decide, because every second, every minute, every hour counts. and every minute that you are losing is becoming difficult for you to achieve your other activities and other goals. So that's why I always say, achieve your time, achieve your target. That is where. So set small targets which are achievable rather than setting a big large target and it is not achievable. Don't set a single big task, rather set that big task into a small pieces and chunks. Break down that into small pieces and achieve and execute it. You will definitely implement it. That's all for today, viewers. I hope you will understand this critical activity, and wherever you are watching to me, whether it is on Instagram, whether it is on Facebook, whether it is on YouTube, and if you fail to analyze or if you fail to understand the example that I have given you, you can always comment back to me. I can give you another live example. I can explain you the example. You can always discuss with me. These are not the complicated examples, but yes, I gave it to you in a twist so that you can think and you can do. You can pause the video, you can rewatch the video, or you can pause the video, you can note down the activity while I am telling, and then do your calculations, do your plannings. You will realize. Now, the same example, the same activity that I have told you in this blog I'm going to put out in another blog, just a self-explanatory of these 5 tasks and the 5-hour schedule and how this time management can be done. And with that, it will solve out all your errors. But meanwhile, yes, this question has got a slight trick. Please do watch back and check out how you can do it very efficiently and very actively. And always remember, achieve small tasks, small targets. And that is the milestone for setting up the bigger task that you will achieve at a later stage. I hope you would enjoy this video, and yes, this is like a clippings that will be like minor things that will be added, but yes, the more complex things will go in the future. When it will be coming in the future blogs, will be like more complex topics will be coming, especially getting time management for students, time management for teachers, time management for faculties, time management for individuals, time management for house runners, time management for anybody. It can be, but based on the sector specific, we'll do the time management, we'll do separate blocks, and this will be like beneficial and a contribution to them. So we'll give you live 24-hour example also, we'll give you 12-hour example also, we'll give you 8 hours example also, we'll give you 24/7 365 days life cycle example also. So stay tuned, watch until the next blog, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe and give a thumbs up to the video if you have liked it, and do leave your comments on the comment section in whatever channel that you are watching of this blog. And there might be a latency delay of 1 or 2 seconds in Facebook and in Twitter and Instagram and all, but we will definitely post this video as it is, no edited, no format, direct live raw footage with a slight and efficient background music. I hope the voice will be loud and clear to you. If you find any difficulty in understanding my language, my voice, my pitch, please do comment. If you feel I am very much fast in the video, please do comment on the section where I have to slow down and I have to re-explain. I will slow down my pitch. If you like my pitch is correct and I should continue with this pitch, there will be like a bunch of videos which will come on the same pitch and the same flow I will maintain. Thank you very much for watching this blog, and I hope to see you same time tomorrow on a new blog. Thank you. Until that time, do whatever you want, stay safe, stay healthy, and thank you. Bye bye.